Well, Matt, disappointing end to the holiday programme. Before we talk about what happened after the game, what's your view on the actual game?
Firstly, it's very, very difficult when the manager gets sacked 48 hours before a game and you're playing against obviously a caretaker manager, and you haven't got a clue what formation they're going to play, what team they're going to play, set pieces, etc., that we're normally so well organised on and do our research on. We didn't have a clue, so it's literally as the start of the game commences, we've got to get to grips with them. And they played the diamond early. They played 3 different formations throughout the game. They changed their shape 3 times in the second half. So I think it took us 5-10 minutes just to get to grips with them. And then we've played against diamonds and 3 at the backs and 4-3-3s and 4-4-2s throughout the season. So it was just sort of getting the information onto the players, exactly, just remind us really how we're going to play up against it. And after that first 5-10 minutes, I thought we were outstanding for 35 minutes. I thought we were right on the front foot, counter-attacked really well, had numerous chances. We looked really dangerous, and we I felt, what do we have? I don't know, 6, 7, 8 corners in maybe at 10-15 minutes before half time. We really looked on the ascendancy, and I was pleased with what we were doing. So then start the second half just a little bit slowly. I think that's probably their only shot on target that they've had. They've gone 1 and up there. Then it took us a little bit of time to get going a little bit, and again they changed their shape a couple of times. But the last 15 minutes, I'd say, we were so strong. So many chances, corners, free headers, Dundas' chance, disallowed goal, which was disallowed apparently, it has popped up in it, Goodliff's arm. So, but, Harry, great save down to his right-hand side. We didn't deserve to get beat. The least we deserved was a draw. And it's been a
long 2 weeks, 5 games, for the team to finish that strongly. Right, they didn't get the goal, but to finish that strongly is a great testament.
Yeah, the energy levels, the way we've sort of used the squad, if you like, over the 5 games. The 5 league games over the festive period. The energy, the determination, the will to try and get something out of the game. We've lost today, Tony. It's very disappointing that our run's come to an end, but I cannot fault the effort, the desire to get 12 points out of 15 over the festive period. I'd have absolutely bitten your hand off before
if we'd been when we were sitting in the stand at Dagenham after going out of the FA Trophy, and I'd said you're going to get 12 points out of the next 15 in the league, and that's before we knew what happened on the way after the Dagenham game, you'd have taken it. It's just a little bit disappointing.
It's just a little bit disappointing because I don't think we've deserved to get beat today. I thought we looked the stronger side, as I've said, and they've probably had 1 chance on goal, 1 shot on target. I think I don't remember Zanev having a save really, Tony. I don't remember him really getting called upon too much. But on the other side of it, we've looked really dangerous at the other end.
One change, really throwing it in. You end up with Bugiel, Dundas and Wright all up front. Was there temptation to use any of the other substitutes, or was it the pressure so much in the second half that
Dundas was my first substitution. I want to make. I mean, Aaron Jarvis has been really ill and didn't even train yesterday with tonsillitis, so he's done well enough to come onto the bench. But I was maybe looking to put him on, but the way we sort of changed it, put Omar in behind those 2, and then Eastie and Harry going to join in, and the fullbacks pushing on, and we look right on the ascendancy. And while you're on the front foot and you're creating loads and loads of chances, then I don't really feel I need to try and force it and make another one.
Now, obviously, after the final whistle went, there was a flare-up. It looks as though Craig Eastman and one of their players have been shown a red card. What do you know about that at the moment?
Not a lot, to be honest. I'm shaking the hands here in the technical area. By the time I've walked onto the pitch, I've seen sort of the end of the melee, if you like. Eastern's got a red card, his guy's got a red card. I believe it's on film, so we'll have a look there, see what's happened. And there's been a coming together, a big melee, but it's very disappointing because we're now going to be out with Craig Dundas unless we can hopefully win an appeal or whatever the situation is.
And Nick Zanev signed sort of to the end of the season on Thursday, back in goal now. What's the situation with the goalkeeping situation at the club? Nick's obviously the first choice. What's the situation?
The other choice, Nick's come in. He's been brilliant since he's come in, and I've managed to get him to the end of the season, which I'm delighted about. Jamie Butler's sort of been in and out of training, has a slight twinge in his back, and he's back sort of training with Bobby yesterday. So Jamie Butler's not too far away. Just on the bench today, just purely because of numbers. Really, I haven't really gone with a goalkeeper on the bench for the majority of the season, but I only had 15 fit players available today.
Christian on the bench.
So Christian, academy goalkeeper, comes on the bench there, but Ben Jasinski's still registered to us. But just through 2 or 3 reasons really, but he needs to go and play games, and I've agreed for him to go to Gosport. And in an emergency, you know, he'll still come back. He's still training with us full time. He's still part of the plans, and he'll still try and fight for his place. But at the moment, I've obviously got Zanet to the end of the season. Butler's coming back from injury this week, and I only feel it's right that Ben goes and gets some games at Gosport.
Right, and David Ajiboye didn't quite make it after Wednesday's game today.
No, obviously, you know, we missed the 2 wide players really, and that's why probably I didn't have the width I could probably change it with in the second half. But Will Randall unfortunately got quite a nasty ankle injury. It's not as bad as what he did at Eastleigh at the start of the season, but it's the same ankle, so you know he's going to be at least a month. But David Ajiboye just rolled his ankle there with 15 minutes to go the other day, so he just wasn't quite fit today. So 2-week break now, which I'm really pleased about. Yeah. You know, whether we'd won today or not, you know, we've really been through it for the month of December, and we've played a hell of a lot of games, and the lads have played a hell of a lot of minutes, and now this is really nice break for us, everyone, to have 2 weeks off to get ourselves freshened up, and I feel David will be back into the plans for when we go to Stockport.
In general, as we've said before, but 2 weeks, 12 points, can't be too. Must be delighted overall.
Yeah, delighted overall. Listen, I'm disappointed that we've lost, because I don't feel we've deserved to get beaten. You know, the least we deserved is a draw, and I wanted to go 9 unbeaten.